Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Revive Beauty. My name is Donna. Sorry, my nose is itching. Today we have 3 Easter projects. So I did sort of a rusty toolbox, turned it into like a little vignette. I did some decoupage, some transfers. So sit back, relax, and I hope you enjoy this video. Please, if you do, please hit subscribe, like, leave me a comment so I know. But I think they're pretty adorable. But anyway, I'll let you decide. You guys just stay tuned. Thanks. Bye. Here is project number 1. And this is a toolbox, a rusty, crusty toolbox that I purchased from a thrift store. And I'm going to be adding these transfers. This is a Hocus Pocus transfer, and it's called Wild Garden, I believe. I will leave the link below if you guys are interested in it. It's very pretty. So I'm not going to paint this toolbox. I'm going to leave it just the way it is. I don't want to do anything to it. Just going to add these transfers to it. So here I'm sort of trying to figure out my placement, how I want it to be. So I'm just doing some cutting here, and then I'll be laying them down after I figure out how I want them. Let's see, I think I got it. So we have 3 projects today, and it's all Easter. And just giving them a light rub and pulling up as they, seal against the toolbox. See? So easy to do, and it just gives it such a nice look. If you haven't tried using transfers, you should, because they really give your project I don't know, an oomph, like that brings it up a notch. So I'm going to continue adding these transfers to this toolbox. It is a rusty crusty. This is sort of a rustic type project. This is Easter. These are all Easter. So I'm going to continue going through, getting these all laid down, filling in any blanks. One thing I realized afterwards is I forgot to do the inside of the lid. So I might go back and do that. I have a few extra from this pack, so I might go in there and add those to the lid. I think that would look good. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section what you guys think, if I should add these transfers to the inside lid. So yeah, I am making this an Easter project, but I think that even after Easter, I can still use this for different things. So just trying to figure it out. I do the sides, I do the back. So just going around doing that, figuring it out. So here I'm doing some fill in, just adding a little bit here and there to fill in the spots that are bare. Doesn't that look so pretty? I think it does. So you guys, if you like anything you see, please hit the like and subscribe and leave me a comment. I know my videos aren't doing very well, and I don't know if it's what I'm doing. I don't know like what I need to do to get myself out there. But anything you guys could do to help, especially if you can share me out, I would so appreciate it. I know I say it every time. I mean, I'm not the best person in doing this stuff. I've said it a million times before. I am not perfect, and nothing I do is perfect. You know, I'm just trying to do things that I like, that make me happy. So here I'm using a sealer. I'm using a flat sealer just to get those to lay down. Make sure they're sealed nice and good. And it's flat because I didn't want to take away from the rustic look by giving it a gloss look. So I have these two antique spools. I bought them from a vintage market I went to. And I wanted to give the bunny a collar. So that's why I have the lace. But I guess I needed more of a ruffle type lace because this was not working. But I went ahead and used it anyway. So I had to find better scissors. Oh my gosh. I have a scissor issue here. So I was just trying to go around, see, and put them on there. See how that looks. Get it glued in. So there's my bunny. And now with this one, I'm going to paint it orange with a carrot. Make it a carrot. And then I'm adding a little brown because that was a sort of a bright orange. So I'm just sort of mixing a little brown in there. I think it's called milk chocolate. And just giving it a quick paint. Nothing perfect. Just quick going over it. Just to add a little bit of orange. And it's a little rustic. So I'm just doing that here. So I have heard other creators on YouTube, crafters, talk about their videos not getting the views anymore, and it makes me wonder what's going on. Maybe I'm just not on YouTube at a wrong time. I don't know. But here I got this greenery. It has a little bit of white flowers on it. I'm just going to add that in there. Just to give it like the carrot top look. Okay, so now I stuffed it with some paper. And then I have this bag of Spanish moss that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. It was a big bag in the clearance section. This stuff is going to last me forever. So I added that. Then I'm going to add this little bunny in there. And I think I add the carrot next to the bunny. Let's see, there we go. Yeah. So just getting, I got another carrot over there. It's sort of a burlap carrot. Added that. I purchased these tulips from Dollar Tree a month or so ago. So I'm adding some of those in there. Trying to anyway. They weren't sticking very well because I was trying to stuff them through the paper. And then here I added some bunnies, some resin bunnies. Aren't they just adorable? So here we go. Here's a little bit of what it looks like. Oh, and I added some of these florals called Sweet Annie. It's like a dried flower I purchased from a lady on Whatnot, and it smells so good. So I added some of those to it. Here I added a little more flowers. So it's sort of like a little vignette type thing. What do you guys think? Here I put it outside next to my little flower bed, and I have a frog back there. So I think it's pretty cute. But you all let me know what you think. Yeah. So here is going to be our project number 2. And this is a door hanger that I worked on. So I actually did it on Whatnot. I did a craft and I painted it with barely pink paint. Went around it with champagne gold, all the little details there. And I added a transfer to it. It's called Lupin. It's in French, and I think that means rabbit. And so I'm just going to add the florals to the bottom. So I actually lost the footage. I was trying to record myself while I was on Whatnot doing this so I could put it here, and lost it. I don't know what happened to it. Totally gone. So I'm using this foam. I could have just glued the flowers on there, but I decided I'd add the foam to it. And I don't know why. I don't know why I decided to do that. And that's what I did. You know, you decide things and you really don't know why. But it was real messy. Very messy stuff. And the florals that I'm using on this, I actually bought from the Goodwill. And it was a wedding bouquet. And I believe it was for the bride. But I'm not sure. It might have been a bridesmaid. But they were like the perfect color to go with this piece. So I just took the bouquet apart. And that's what I'm using for these florals. Now, I did use a couple on another project that I did. I was in an event last week, sort of a crafting event, and I had to make a hat because they had a little hat parade. So I bought like a little fascinator hat, sort of little round, flat to your head, and I added feathers. I added florals. I used some of these florals in it. Lots of feathers. I added some colorful birds in it, and then I added a butterfly. Came out really cute. You guys let me know if you want to see it, and I'll try to post a picture of it. But that was my hat for the hat parade, but you should have seen some of those women. They had some amazing hats that they did. Wow, I don't even know how they were walking wearing those on their head. So I'm just going side to side, trying to balance it out. I'm not a florist. I'm not any of that. I have no idea. I'm just trying to make it look pleasing to my eye. You know, trying to balance out everything, one side and then the other side. And I think it came out pretty good. And, you know, I live in Phoenix, and it's very hot. And I did use hot glue, so hopefully this won't fall apart on me before Easter's over. And I might sell this. I might put it on my Whatnot channel, which I will leave a link if any of you guys are interested in anything I've done. I'm trying to sell stuff on Whatnot, so I'll leave a link. You get a $15 credit. You can come over and watch me, follow me. So here I'm just trying to get them all added. This one I was having problems with. I cut it too short. It wasn't sticking. It just wasn't working. I even tried gluing it. It didn't work. So I ended up just cutting another one. So these florals I actually did purchase. They were in my stash. So these little, like flat little coin type looking flowers. I don't know what you call those. Just one petal. Okay, there we go. So, yeah, oh, and this bow, I did purchase this from Michael's. It was already made. I did find a bow cadabra or whatever it's called, so maybe I can learn how to make some bows. But I did get that on there. So everything's in a soft colors, you know, soft pink and off-white. Yeah, I didn't like the way that looked. So here we go. There it is. There it is. So just getting you a close-up of it. I thought it came out darling. Okay, so looks like we're almost to project number 3. It's coming here any second. There we are, project number 3. And this is a picture I decided to use. I had this frame in my stash, and I'm not even taking it apart. I am painting right over the glass. It had that paper backing on it, and I just didn't want to deal with taking it apart. And I love the picture that was in it. It was like a chandelier. It had a lot of the rhinestones. Very pretty. But I am painting the glass, and I'm using chalk paint, but it still had a hard time staying on. But once I got it, the paper on and everything sealed, it's fine. You can't even tell. So the paper that I'm using is called Folk Art Bunnies, and it's so pretty. There we go. Folk Art Bunnies. Isn't that cute? Another Easter theme project. And I cut it, and I cut it a little short because I wanted some adding stuff to the bottom of this. But then I ended up cutting the side off too much, so I had to add a little bit to the side. But it still worked out. You can't even tell now. So as you can see, I'm a little short there. I'm like, great. I was not happy about that, but I cut a little strip. I'm just going to add it in there just to fix my boo-boo. So here I am getting it added. Then I'm using Mod Podge to get this picture sealed down. And you can see, like, I scraped a little bit too much and the paint was coming off. This was my first time doing this, painting on top of the glass. I mean, eventually it worked. So I misted my paper with water. It just helps it lay down better. Here's that it expands the fibers so that you don't get as many wrinkles. I don't know if that's true, but I mean, it does work, I think. For me, I think it works. And I usually water down my Mod Podge to make it thinner, and I just didn't. I just used it out of the container today. Okay, here we go. Got the picture down. Now I'm adding moss to the bottom of this frame. Right there in that white strip. I just want it to look like they're sitting in a garden, or they're sitting in a field, you know, something. A field of flowers. So I'm adding the moss, giving it this 3D look. And some other little stuff that was in the moss. I guess it's moss too. I'm not sure what that stuff is, but it gives it that little rustic look. I have this mushroom. I purchased this from Home Goods. It was in their clearance section, I think right after Christmas. And it's a Martha Stewart item. There was a box with a whole bunch of those mushrooms in them. And they have hangers on them, so I guess you can hang them if you wanted. But I cut that off because I just want to glue it on there. No hanger. So I'm going to be adding these flowers. These are those paper flowers from Hobby Lobby. So I'm just trying to give it, you know, the 3D dimension look. And I left the frame the way it is in the black. I feel like it really accentuates the picture. It brings the picture out with all the black. And the picture does have some dark coloring in it. So I just think it's beautiful. Just love all the colors, and I love the black around it. So, using hot glue again. Make sure everything's laying down. Here I added the flowers, and now I'm going to add this mushroom. Trying to clean it up because it was just a lot of glue strings and moss and stuff. But there you go. It's done. What do you guys think? Please let me know. Leave me a comment. Just adding a little bit more to it, but it's pretty much complete. Hey everybody, welcome back. Hey, I hope you enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun to do, but I wanted to show you guys. Here is the toolbox that I added the transfers to. I did put some eggs in there, some little plastic eggs that I really wanted you guys to see. Like, how cute. And it's just rustic and, I don't know, cool maybe. I don't know, but I love it. I hope you guys did too. This will probably be for sale on my Whatnot. So if you guys haven't joined Whatnot yet, I'll leave a link below and you'll get a $15 credit. So come on over and watch me, and I would really, really love that. Okay, so the next one is this hanger, door hanger. So I did do this live on my Whatnot channel. This here, I painted this tray. It was a silver tray, and I put the transfer on, which I will leave links. This I have in my shop. And then I added the florals and the bow. The bow I purchased from Michael's. But isn't that sweet? This should come out so sweet. And look, you can just hang it on your door. It's just a door hanger. Very sweet. I did try to record this when I did Whatnot, and I lost that footage. Don't know why or where it went, but I did. So the next one, and probably my favorite, God, I don't know if it is or not. I don't know, but I love it just as much as I love everything else. So this here is our folk art bunnies with the moss, the mushroom, the flowers. And I love the frame being black. I think that, I don't know, I think it really brings the picture out. What do you think? Let me know, because I think it's just adorable. And I will leave the link for this picture also if anyone's interested. And also, if you use the code YouTube, get 15% off. So that's a great deal. So, you guys, I guess I gotta go. Let me know if you like. Please hit the subscribe button, hit the like, leave me a comment. Give me your thoughts. I would love, love, love to hear them. And I guess I will see you next time. Bye now.